Hi, I'm Derek Hahn. Let's start with a few facts. I get car sick easily. Beijing is the most congested city in the entire China according to Baidu Maps, and it has been that for years. Our car is electric, which is known for its regenerative braking, and it's not helping at all in terms of car sickness. It only makes it worse. My home is 30 kilometers away from here. Not helping either. So, yeah, I hate traffic because it's getting car sick. It's just, I hate traffic, it's just because it's more than emotional, it's biological for me. I sit in the car for long enough and I start to question my life choices. One of those questions I've been asking myself, and now I'm asking you, is, what's the point of cars? Well, you've seen the advertisements. Open roads. Maybe wind through your hair. Maybe a dog in the passenger seat. Yeah, that's freedom. That's adventure. Yeah. Well, now I guess I know the point, so thank you. Just kidding. Because I haven't felt that freedom, I haven't felt that adventure when I'm in the car. All I feel is just the stop and go traffic swaying me and my stomach, and my stomach is telling me, no, you are not free. This is not freedom. This is failure. Oops. Because cars miss their point when it comes to daily commuting. The point of commuting is pretty simple: to get from point A to point B as fast as possible, as efficient as possible. I want to have my commute route planned with mechanical precision so I can squeeze every possible second out of that route for me to enjoy the rest of my life. And cars stuck in traffic, it just isn't it. So now, to make my point more clear, let's compare my commute to home by car and by public transit. Oops, wait, it's not loading. By car, I will just spend around 50 to 90 minutes on car depending on traffic. And because I can't drive, my mom will have to pick me up. Thank you, Mom, really. Yes, there are air conditioning. Yes, the seats are comfortable. But I can't read, I can't type. I can't even think hard because somewhere between minute 15 to minute 30, the car sickness starts to kick in. And all I can do is just to pray to some supernatural forces that I might not even believe to let me feel better. I call that desperation. It's a totally different story if I'm going on public transit. First of all, I'll take a taxi to Waikusha station, which is about 20 minutes. It's suburban roads, there are no traffic whatsoever, so I won't get car sick. And then I'll hop on subway line 17, which takes me through the entire length of my journey only in 33 minutes. And I can't get car sick on that, because why? First of all, trains are not cars. And trains are smooth. Then the final station is just 2 kilometers away from our home. I have plenty of choices to go home. Now I have choices. I'm not trapped in the car anymore. I'm free. I can catch up on my homework if I really have to. I can read the book I like. And also I can play video games and watch videos that pretend it's research. And that only adds up to 63 to 83 minutes in total. But get that, the time I spend on public transit is usable for me. It's not just wasted in the staring of brake lights. So now I have to ask you another question. Are all travel times created equal? It might sound a bit radical here, but my answer is no. Because it shouldn't be the same for the travel time I'm stuck in traffic and staring at brake lights doing nothing than those I'm productive on the train. It really shouldn't be. So I have to introduce a concept called the net travel time, which is the time purely used for me to get from one place to another for my moving. And in the more nerdy fashion, it's T-net equals to T total minus T usable. It's the total time I spend on my transportation minus the time I actually use to do something else. For car, the entire length of the journey is essentially all the net time because I can't really do anything. However, on transit, if I'm productive during that 33-minute subway ride, I can cut the net travel time down to about 30 to 50 minutes. And that is not just a win. That is a win, 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 win. That's a huge win. And if that's not enough to persuade you, let's talk about money. For me to get home, it costs about 13 Chinese yuan in terms of electricity, maintenance, and parking. But cost is more than that. It takes my mom about more than 2 hours to drive here, pick me up, and drive me home. And that, if we consider that as a labor, and we definitely should, the total price comes to about 108 RMB. The cost for transit is only 43, around that price. And I'm counting taxis on both ends of my journey. Public transit costs me less than half the money. And I also am not casually spending 2 hours of my mom's life just to get me home. Transportation is also cheaper for the society. Cars take up space. Cars burn energy. And even EVs emit particles when their tires wear and their brakes wear. Public transit, it just runs according to a schedule. You going on isn't adding that much stress to the system. It adds almost zero cost. Each extra car slows everyone else down. It's a collective punishment, almost. And in the more extreme cases, life-saving ambulances might get delayed just because of traffic jams. So, taking a transit is cutting costs for ourselves, is cutting costs for the entire society, is cutting emissions, is cutting congestions, and is cutting collective pain. Taking a public transit is essentially doing our civic duties while watching funny videos. If all the time and money isn't just good enough for you to take public transit, it also has health benefits. Well, sitting in a car for 1 hour is sitting for 1 hour, which is not particularly good for your health, especially when it comes to our sedentary lifestyle. Transit, on the other hand, it has its built-in activity. I'm forced to walk, to stand, to bike when I take transit. It's almost like a pay-as-you-go membership for the gym of life, which is a concept by Jason Slaughter, a YouTuber. And plus, there are no honking, there are no road rage. You just put up your headphone, listen to music, maybe take a nap, maybe work. It's almost forced positivity in your life. Now I hear you. Oh, transit is uncomfortable. Yes. It could be. Sometimes when I take a train, it goes like this. Excuse me, yeah. Squish, squish, squash, squash. Finding something to hold on to. And the door just closes. Beep, 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 boom. The train starts to accelerate. And some passengers just fall on me. Well, that's unpleasant, and I'm not getting productive and cutting my net travel time down at all. Yes. So, I'm going to propose a way to how to use public transit right, at least according to me and my experiences. Number 0, the most important one, prioritize your self-comfort. Because an uncomfortable trip, a very crowded trip, isn't helping that much on cutting net travel time. Standing and trying to avoid passengers to fall on you isn't that much productive than sitting in a car and having a car sickness. Choose routes that you can actually sit down and work or relax. Number 1, bike more often. Beijing is expanding its bike lanes rapidly. Only last year, about 380 kilometers of bike lane is built in the core districts only. It's getting much more easier day by day, and bikes are essentially a mini car. But it gives you all the freedom, all the mobility to get you from and to a public transit station. But it also ditches all of the car sickness, all of the congestion out of their way. Second of all, consider taxis. Use taxis smartly. If a 20-minute taxi can get you to a station that have faster trains and will save you like 30 minutes in my case, spend that 20, keep that 30. It's a good enough bargain. Third, use technology. But use it smartly. Because like map apps, it will make sure you get to your destination as fast as possible, but the same algorithm guiding you will also send thousands of other passengers to the same route. And those passengers are falling onto my body. That's not comfortable. Sometimes when I'm planning a trip, I'm not considering how quickly I'm going there. I'm considering of how much net time I have. Sometimes I'll choose the longer route. Sometimes I'll choose the more expensive route, so I can really sit down and relax, work, or enjoy life. In fact, I wrote this part of speech on subway line 17. It's that good. Look at the train. So, why do cars miss the point? Especially for our daily commute. Because transit is faster in terms of net time. It's cheaper by a large margin if you consider the cost of labor. It's better for health, and it's better for our entire society. And the most important one, taking a transit is better for the loved ones who are driving you around. Thank you. Now, wait a second. Sadly, TEDx doesn't really allow live Q&A sessions, so if you have any doubts, open your map. Try to plan your next commute by public transit. Try to tweak it. Try to change it and plan it like as if you're driving. And if things work out, try the actual commute on public transit. It might just be a little more freer, and it might just give you a little more choice than you thought. Now is the real thank you. Thank you.